One of the things I've seen happen in the past several years in the paranormal community and the UFO community is you've seen this huge change. You see, about 10, 15 years ago, if you believed in things like UFOs or ghosts or cryptids, people thought that you were crazy. And I remember doing a psychological evaluation for a job about, I think it was almost 15 years ago. And one of the questions they asked me was, do you believe in UFOs and do you believe in ghosts? And if you answered yes, then you were considered not psychologically fit for the job, because they considered believing in these things as very taboo subjects, and they believed that you were crazy, you were mentally ill if you believed in ghosts and UFOs. And that's completely changed, obviously, nowadays, because we see all these shows now on TV that actually support these theories. Yet back then, it was very frowned upon. And, I received a lot of flack from people in school and peers that would say, like, you believe in UFOs, you believe in ghosts, you're crazy. People didn't want nothing to do with it, and they wanted to make fun of you for it. But all of a sudden, you've seen shows like Ghost Hunters, Ghost Adventures, Ancient Aliens come out, and it became very popularized, and everybody kind of got on board. And what happened is you had all these opportunists, these people who've seen an opportunity to make a lot of money, to get into the game, to gain a lot of popularity. And they kind of came into the field and considered themselves ghost hunters, paranormal investigators, ufologists, and they took over the scene. And they kind of pushed older people like us who had been doing this for a very long time. They started pushing the OGs out of the paranormal community, and they started just running us out of town, basically running us out of Dodge, and making it so that real paranormal investigators, ufologists, cryptozoologists couldn't really get gigs anywhere, couldn't get speaking engagements, couldn't get information out there, couldn't get their books out there, couldn't do anything to actually bring real evidence forth, because they took over the field. And you've seen this change now over the past year with the UFO community, where you have this now like post-disclosure group that's basically saying that rather than go and talk to witnesses, rather than look into cases of alien abduction or reports and sightings of UFOs in the past 70, 80 years, we need to rely on these various agencies to release information to us. And then we release these videos and we do everything scientific. And these other UFO people are crazy now, and we don't want to take them for their word. And they've kind of pushed us out of the UFO community. They pushed us out of the paranormal community. And it's sad, because there's a lot of great parapsychologists, ufologists, who no one will take serious anymore. No one will listen to, because they're not on TV, because they don't have a television show. And it's like people only want to get their information from someone if they're on TV, if they have a haunted museum, if they have a podcast. They don't want to trust these other guys who are just doing it because they love to do this stuff and they want to share information with people. They don't want that. They want the Zach Baggins. They want the Giorgio Tsoukalos. And I'm just trying to hate on these people. I'm just saying a lot of these guys are guys that laughed at us for believing in ghosts and UFOs. And now all of a sudden they believe in ghosts and UFOs, and they want to try and push their own agenda and push it in a certain direction. And I feel like, us guys who've been doing this for years and years and years, we're not taken serious anymore. We're not able to get ourselves out there anymore and be able to present real information, real evidence, And, it's kind of made it hard to do what we love to do. And, for instance, certain places that, are known for paranormal activity, certain haunted locations, you had these guys come in, these people come in, who mistreated these places and kind of did these places over dirty. And now these places, like, we don't want to allow paranormal investigators in because we don't want that bad image, or we don't want these people coming in. And it's kind of ruining it because we can no longer go to these places because they've kind of screwed it over for everybody else, because they've deceived people, they've staged and presented false information, and they've not respected these places, and they've not respected what we do and the sanctity of paranormal investigation. And I feel like it just really sucks, because it feels like, the people who have this strong passion, who love doing this, who've been doing this for many years, who are really intelligent and great on this subject, can't do what they love, can't present the truth and the information. I feel like a lot of people are being misled about about UFOs, about ghosts, about cryptids, because there are all these people out there that want a piece of the fame, that want a piece of the money, the fortune that comes with it. And it's just very hard. It's all political. There's even politics in the paranormal community. You can't get away from it, And it just sucks, like I said, because what we're trying to do is give people the truth and help them understand what is going on, and learn more about the paranormal community and the paranormal. And I feel like unless we have people that step forward and kind of change the direction of paranormal research, this, I think, is going to cause the end of paranormal research, and it's going to regress. Everything that paranormal researchers have done over the past 60, 70 years is going to, be out the window, because we're following people who don't know what they're talking about, and it's causing a lot of people to become skeptics and be skeptical of the subject altogether, and to look the other way because they're not taking us seriously anymore. And when you have people like Demi Lovato who come on and are saying that ghosts are talking to her, aliens are talking to her in her head and communicating with her, and and you have these celebrities making a mockery of paranormal research, people aren't going to take that seriously. They think these people are crazy. They think it justifies what people used to believe about people who believed in ghosts and UFOs and things like that. And I think it's ultimately hurting paranormal research as a whole. Well, thank you guys.